This is my top 5 least favorite Mario Party 2 minigames. As always, it's only my opinion and no one else's. And yes, concept is still important. Also, item minigames don't count, and returning Mario Party 1 minigames do count. The rules are set, so let's go! Number 5 is a tie between the driving minigames, specifically free-for-all bumper balloon cars, 2v2 Magnet Carta, and solo Driver's Ed. All these minigames require players to drive in little cars. In bumper balloon cars, each player must try and pop all the other players' balloons, while at the same time protecting their own. In Magnet Carta, each team, using magnets, must grab coins and drop them into their pit, and in Driver's Ed, the player must drive through cones in the right order before crossing the finish line. There's honestly nothing wrong with these minigames concepts, but the controls have you using just the joystick to move, as opposed to the conventional method of using a button to accelerate and the joystick to turn. Using just the joystick feels quite awkward, and therefore, I often struggle when I have to play one of these minigames. I do like their concepts, especially Driver's Ed's, but the awkward controls take all the fun out of them for me. That's why they're number 5 on this list. Number 4 is 1v3 Bob-omb Barrage. The lone player's riding a raft in a pond, and must move it around to avoid bombs thrown by the team players. Speaking of, said team players must throw bombs by tilting and releasing the joystick. However, this is where we hit our problem. The team controls. To aim their throws, they must tilt the joystick back to a certain degree, and there's no indication of where the bomb will end up before they throw it, meaning they pretty much just have to hope for the best. It also doesn't help that the shots sometimes feel inconsistent. The same tilt input may have a different shot output, which makes this minigame for the team feel like a luck-based one, which I'm sure you know I'm not a fan of. If the team players had crosshairs or something to help them aim, this minigame more than likely wouldn't be on this list. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Number 3 is free-for-all Slot Car Derby. Exactly like in Mario Party 1, all 4 players are racing on a racetrack and must drive by holding the joystick down. However, when turning, they have to let go of the joystick, since going too fast on turns causes you to spin out, which will make it easy for the other players to pass you. Constantly having to tilt and release the joystick feels kind of awkward, and even disregarding that, the controls are also really simplistic. Most Mario Party racing minigames, kinda like Mario Kart, have you hold down one button to drive and use the joystick to turn, which is much less awkward than fiddling with just the joystick. So, although it is a racing game, which I usually love, Slot Car Derby sucks, which is why it's my 3rd least favorite minigame. Number 2 is 1v3 Rainbow Run. This one is exactly like Tightrope Treachery from Mario Party 1. The lone player's walking on a, hence the name, rainbow, and the team players, each with their own little cannon cloud, must shoot cannonballs at the lone player in an attempt to make him/her fall off before he or she reaches the finish line. If you just hear this without seeing any gameplay, you would think this would be an epic minigame, but it was majorly botched. Mostly because the lone player has a huge advantage. He or she has the most generous time limit in the world, and though the team controls were slightly improved, because they now move automatically, it's still hard for the team players to aim their shots, so the lone player usually doesn't have to worry about getting hit, and even if he or she does happen to get hit, it's highly unlikely he or she will fall, so the same thing applies here. If you get this minigame on a board and you're the lone player, congratulations, you pretty much automatically win 10 coins. I'll admit, Rainbow Run is a bit better than Tightrope Treachery, but it's still really bad. Enough to be my 2nd least favorite minigame. The worst Mario Party 2 minigame is a tie between free-for-all Stay at the Races and Bowser's Big Blast. I'm sure you all saw these coming. These are probably 2 of the most infamous minigames in the entire Mario Party series. In Day at the Races, each player must pick an enemy to race on a track, and the player whose enemy wins the race wins the minigame, while in Bowser's Big Blast, players take turns pressing plungers, hoping the one they pick won't detonate the huge Bowser bomb, and the last player standing wins. Obviously, these minigames are both completely luck-based, which, again, I despise. You'd better get used to hearing that. In both these minigames, you just pick something and pray for the best. That's it. No skill required at all. But there's actually something that makes them worse than a lot of other luck-based minigames. They're battle minigames, which means each player must wager a certain amount of their coins, and the better you do in the minigame, the more of those total coins you win back. So basically, these minigames could turn a whole board around in one fell swoop, with nothing to thank for it but pure dumb luck. Or lack thereof. But I'll speak bluntly, even if these weren't battle minigames, they'd definitely still be my least favorite minigames in Mario Party 2. They're trash. Cheap, bullcrap, luck-based trash. So there you have it, my top 5 least favorite Mario Party 2 minigames. For more videos like this, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, please check out my social media. All links are in the description. A double thank you for watching. See you next time. Mikoro Gliscor 472, out.